Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Brandon, again. Just a little insight about E.C.D. I was E.C.D's very first employee here. So I've been here for 5 years now. I started down as a runner here and eventually worked my way up to managing parts. So what we have here now is we're in E.C.D's one of 2 design studios. So if you take a walk with me, we'll come inside where you go and build your truck. So what we have here is Richard. Say hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
Richard will design the truck with you. He would go over your paint colors, wheels, tires, leathers, anything, your seat configuration, all that good stuff. What engine, what axles you have, all that good stuff. So if you see behind me, there's different samples of leather, paints, speakers, infotainment system, seatbelt design, steering wheel choices. You name it and you can get it pretty much inside the car, right? On the other side here of this wall, we have different wheel options, seating options. You have lighting, bumpers, the whole works. So anything you want to get inside your car, Richard's the man for it. Now we're going to move on to our HR department. So this is going to be Miss Keisha. She runs our HR department here. She handles all of the back behind the scenes stuff, all the payroll, all the ordering for the shop, making sure we got what we need to do our jobs and stay safe and clean and all that good. Right, so now we are in the Teardown Department and Fab Up Department. So what happens here, this is almost the backbone to the company. Nick gets a Defender in, he gets it torn down, gets the chassis fixed up, gets it sandblasted, Raptor lines it, builds the axles up, all new internals, all that good stuff here. So this is where the Defender's first stages of life start to become alive. Right, so this is our East Coast Overhaul department. This is where if you have a Defender, send it to us. Pretty much get our expertise inside the vehicle, engine upgrades, paint upgrades, wheels, all that stuff, interiors, we do the whole lot. So if you have a Defender, want to send it in to us, this is where it'll be coming and getting worked on. Right guys, now we are in Upholstery. So after you've had your meeting done with Richard and you picked out how your seats are going to look and the colors and the patterns and all that good stuff, this team here of 5 will knock out exactly what you want. We sew in-house, we do the whole lot, everything upholstery-wise is done inside here, and we make it look as good as gold. Alright, so now we are in the paint shop. Funny thing about this paint shop is this is where E.C.D used to be. We started off on a 1-car garage, we went to a 3-car garage. We used to have our production line inside here, which is a very small facility at the time. Now we obviously upgraded to a much bigger facility. So this is where the parts go in, get prepped, painted in the booth behind us, and then come to the final assembly stage here, where they'll be painted, look nice and neat, and get ready to get handed over to our production line. Right, so now we are in Drivetrain. What happens inside here is Charlie, our lead inside here, gets all of the engines, transfer cases, radiators, all that stuff. He gets that in, gets our engines aligned, gets the rolling chassis. As you can see, he's in the starting process of one of his builds. So he has his engine going in the next few days, gets that all built up and in the engine, and there we go on to the next department. All right, now we're in the final stages of a Defender's life. Now we're in electrics. This is where our lead here, Buck, will get the truck in his bay, get the wiring harness redone, makes us all good up to standard, get those in-car entertainment stuff, all the fun stuff, start wiring that in, getting the dash in, all that good stuff, pretty much getting the build to its final stages before it's ready to ship out. And now we are in the final stages of the build. We are in pre-assembly as well as cosmetics. So this is by far my favorite. We're in the final stages of the build right here. So this is where the build comes to life, gets all his wheels and tires, is all this cosmetic accessories together. Seats are getting put at this stage. The dash is getting installed. Carpet, the whole entire lot is getting done inside here. So this is really the crunch zone right here for us. Right when it gets into here, we have about 7 days to finish the car and get it off the line rolling out. So you'll see the car come in a rather incomplete stage, and by the time it leaves here, it's as good as gold and gets it out the door.
Who's that? Yeah.
And now we're in our second pre-assembly bay here. So Zach runs this department here. What happens inside here is all the doors, wings, anything pre-assembly for the car when we can get ahead on it, gets built up inside here. As you can see, Zach takes very good detail in what he does, as he walks weirdly behind me. So a lot gets done inside here. This gets the build ahead before the build even reaches to cosmetics and pre-assembly. So we get a good push inside this bay from Zach at all times. All right, now we are in the fabrication bay, right? So we got Mike as the lead of the fabrication department here. As you can see him in the background. What Mike does here for E.C.D is all our custom exhaust, all our custom bracketry, anything that we can't buy or source or procure, he makes for us, and we get the job done with him. And then as well inside here, we got our QC department, which Sergey runs. Sergey is rather miserable at times, but he makes sure that when the customer gets the car, there are no issues. He takes pride in what he does and enjoys what he does. So Sergey is pretty much the last person that touches the car before we load it up on a delivery truck and head it out to the customer. So this is one of the trucks he's inspecting now, which just came off the line. So he's doing his first initial inspection, fix whatever comes about on it, signs it off, and then we get it on a delivery truck and ready to go. Right, so now we're in our marketing department. As you can see, no one works in our marketing department. Nah, don't put that in there. So what happens in marketing is they pretty much let the world know what we build. Let them know what we build up to standard and how we build it and the stages and the process we go through to build everything. So now we're in the owner's office. This is where most of the big decisions get made inside the office here. So yeah, there's not much interesting facts about this office. So you know, if you're coming in here, you're in trouble probably. So we'll get out of here quickly.
Why did he say that?
And we'll lock the door behind us and continue to go on.